Hello, third graders. This is Miss McCormick. I'm a speech therapist and a reading specialist in Bossier City, Louisiana. We're going to be doing something called phoneme grapheme mapping. Phoneme means sounds. Grapheme means letters. So we're going to be talking about the letters that make the sounds in our words. We're going to be putting them on this paper, and so the teacher can have access to the paper that I made on my Edmodo group. You can also join the group, students, if you want to. Go to the group and join by typing in this code, TIRM6Z, and then joining. I'll add you to the group happily. And since you have access to the papers, you'll have access to these that are already finished, so that you'll have all the rules written out and all the words dissected the way that they need to be. I suggest that you watch just the first time so that you can listen to me explain all the rules and why we're doing things the way we are with the words. You can stop and pause it as often as you need to so that you can digest the information very well. And then the following times that you watch it, then you can write down the words and practice them as you go along. What I'd like to do first is teach a couple of syllable types because it's very important as to why we're spelling some of the words the way that we are. Let's say I've got this word. The word is, I don't know how to say it, let's say. So what I do is I find my vowel, I underline it, and I mark it with a D for vowel. Well, single vowels, single means one. A vowel by itself, at the end of a word or syllable, it loves to run. So it can go to the door, this is a doorway. It can open the door and go a long way. So this is called an open syllable, and you can go a long way, so we put the long mark over the top. What that is called is a macron. So we know that the long sound for this letter is O. So now I can sound it out. G-O. So the word is go. Let's do that again, except I'm going to write this word. I don't know how to sound it out. So I find my vowel, I underline it, and I mark it with a V for vowel. Then he can't get to the door because this consonant's blocking him. So the door stays closed. So this is called a closed syllable. It's one vowel followed by one or more consonants. The vowel can only go a short way, so we put the short mark on top. It looks like a smiley face. This is called a breathe. The breathe goes on top, so remember it's the short sound. Ah. So now I can sound it out. G-ah-t, got. So that's how we figure out the vowel sounds. We have to know the syllable type. And as you work with this, then you'll get faster and faster at looking at the word and figuring out the syllable types. So here's a clue. For an open syllable, it's a single vowel at the end of the word or syllable. It can go a long way, so we put the macron on top. The vowel is long. Closed syllable is a single or one vowel followed by one or more consonants. It's closed. Remember, the door stays closed because the vowel cannot get to it. Closed syllable, the vowel is short. We put the breathe on the top to remind us the vowel is short. Our words this week are going to be closed syllables. A single vowel followed by one or more consonants. And that's going to be important to know as we go through our words. So, let's go ahead and get into our words. We're going to sound them out. What I'd like for you to do is put a dot in the box for each sound. So, watch me for the first one. Basket. It's the first word we'll do. Basket. B-a-s-k-e-t. The first sound is B. Now, for those of you that are still having problems with knowing which way to write the B and the D, Here's the easiest way to figure it out. When I say b, 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 what are my lips doing? B. They're closed, and then I pop the air. B. So imagine that the line between your closed lips is like the line in the letter B. So we'll do the line first, closed lips, and then the bubble. B. The next sound is A. That's the letter A. Magic C, up and touch, down and bump. The next sound is S. The next sound is K. It's going to be the K. Is the E. Push out, up, down, and around. The bottom of the E should touch the writing line. And the last sound is T. Start from the top, go down, and then cross. Teachers, also please make sure that your students are holding the pencil the correct way. You should be pinching with your thumb and your first finger. Then your next finger is under. It's holding the bottom of the pencil. And these two fingers are down close to the palm of your hand. That's what your hand should look like when you're writing. So our word is basket. So I find my vowels. Let's underline our vowels. We have two vowel sounds. That means we have two syllables. A is a short sound. A, because it's a closed syllable. So instead of drawing a big line for a syllable break, your teacher may want you to write an up and down line or a slanted line. I'm going to do a big dot just because I don't want to write over a box and mess up a letter under it for the next word. So divide it any which way your teacher suggests for you to do that, but show the break in the syllable because we're looking at syllable types. A single vowel followed by one or more consonants in the syllable, not the whole word, just the syllable. That's a closed syllable. The vowel is short. Vowel, single vowel followed by one or more consonants. The vowel is short. The sound is eh. Let me see if I've got a better pen. The sound is eh, k, et. Bass, cat. So I'm showing you how to write the words. I'm also showing you how to read them. So when you see these words in your reading story or anywhere, you can figure out how to sound out these words based upon knowing your syllable types, your vowel sounds, and how to break apart the word. The next word is winter. Winter. When we're sounding out the words, please don't go fast. You need to slow down so that you can pay attention to each sound. The first sound is W. The W. I is the I. My tongue is up, my lips are open. That's the end. Start in the middle of the box, go down, come up, and swim over one tongue. Is the T. Start at the top, go down. And is one sound. It's an R-controlled vowel. It is the ER. It goes in one box because it is one grapheme for one phoneme. The grapheme is ER, So it's the E. Push out, up, down, and around, and the R. Winter. This is an R-controlled vowel. That is a vowel sound. And this is a vowel. We've got two vowel sounds. We've got two syllables. We need to break it. If is short, so that means that's a closed syllable. One vowel followed by one or more consonants. The vowel is short. And ter is the second syllable. We break it right here. Winter. The next word is sister. I have a sister. It, is the first sound. It, E-R. That's a vowel sound, and that's a vowel sound. Two vowel sounds, two syllables. It is short, so that must be a closed syllable. Here. Sister. If you say it and clap it, you'll know where the breaks usually are. Sis, and then ter is the second one. The next one is monster. My tongue is up, my lips are open, that's the N. E-R. I'll look for my vowel sounds. I've got two vowel sounds. Monster. The dictionary has it broken right here. Now, if you look in this word, ter is at the end of all of these words, and we broke it right before the T. So, monster is how we might break it, but in the dictionary, it broke it after the N, and we say stir for the second syllable. Don't go by the words that we've already done. Pay attention to each word by itself, because it may have a slightly different pattern that you have to pay attention to make it break in a different area. Monster. Closed syllable, the vowel is short, and our controlled vowel. Let's do one more before I break for part 2 of the video. The next word is subject. I like the reading subject. B, J, E, K, T. Subject. B, B, B. Remember, B. My lips are closed, the line is first, and then the bubble. J, J. That's like jump. We start in the middle of the box, go under and curl to the front, and then we dot it. My mouth is open, I kind of have a big smile. It's the E. Push out, up, down, and around. K, K. This is C. And then T, down from the top. Is a short sound. Is a short sound. So if they're short, then they must be closed syllables. Sub, a single vowel followed by one or more consonants. The vowel is short. If we find our vowels, we look between. We've got two consonants. We're going to break it in between the two consonants. On this one up here, we had 3. So we kind of have to listen to the word, or we look it up in the dictionary to see where it says to break it. That's a closed syllable, a single vowel, followed by one or more consonants. The vowel is short, so we've got a closed syllables. Let's break right here so that the video is not too long, and I'll see you for part 2 for some more words with closed syllables. And the next couple of words, we're going to start doubling the middle consonants, and I'll show you why.